hope everyone is doing great. We're going to go ahead and jump right into it. Uh, I want to thank everyone for being on the call tonight with me, and I'm going to go over some great information for you. Again, I do this every Thursday. It's the FinTech Business Opportunity Seminar, and basically what we share with you is information about money and then also about business and how you can help people to be in a better place financially, but then also in the same token generate an awesome income by helping people with their money. And so strap in because you're in for a ride, you're in for a treat, and let's jump into it. So, opening points is, what is fintech? Fintech is basically new innovations to bring financial services to you through technology. Now, before this whole COVID-19, and I know just about everyone is sick and tired of COVID right now, um, you would meet with a financial expert or a financial advisor either at home or at their office. But because of social distancing, and just not being able to meet with people in their office, what has happened is companies that took advantage of Zoom are actually growing right now, where a lot of companies are actually filing for bankruptcy. And so we took advantage of Zoom and all of the technology that is out there, so that way we can still help our clients. And what has made it even better through technology, not only do we help people in our city, that because I currently live in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. I have someone that's on right now that lives in Las Vegas, Nevada, and but we're still able to communicate right now because we're communicating online. So it gives you the opportunity to be able to help families in different states, and it's just an amazing opportunity. The next thing is part-time. So right now, everyone is looking for a way to generate income. All of the states look like they're opening up. Some of them may be actually shutting back down, but regardless of if you're an essential worker or if you're just someone that is starting back working, this is a great opportunity for you to generate a awesome income part-time. I like to shout out one of my reps. His name is Michael. We've actually done I want to say about 6 appointments. We've closed three, and that's $900 for him. And we're talking about maybe 6 to 8 hours of work that he generated $900. So it's just an awesome, awesome opportunity for you to generate income, and you're not doing it alone. I'm here with you as your field trainer, helping you. You set your own schedule, you set your own hours, and you do it on a part-time basis. And then we work traditionally with middle income families. So we work with the forgotten group of people. And so right now, debt is at an all-time low, while savings, debt is at an all-time high while savings is at an all-time low. And it's because people do not know how to manage their money. Uh, I graduated from grade school, got a degree, a bachelor's degree, and they did not teach us anything about money. And so working with middle income families and showing them how they can grow their income. And then we're doing it all again virtually. So we're meeting with people through Zoom, we're helping families through Zoom, and we're doing it from our homes. I know you guys see the backdrop right now, it says Primerica, but I'm actually, that's a virtual backdrop. I'm actually at home right now, and I'm sitting here with all of you. And so a little bit about me. My name is Lorenzo Dargan. I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina, originally from Fayetteville, North Carolina. Graduated from West Mecklenburg, went to the best HBCU in the nation, Winston-Salem State University. And again, like I said before, going through all of that schooling, I apologize, they never taught us anything about financing, budgeting, investing into the right products or the right vehicles, savings, none of those things. A lot of those things we had to learn on our own because our parents didn't even know how to do those things. And so I saw the opportunity to be able to educate myself, the people around me, and my community, and that's why I got involved with this company. I'm also engaged, getting ready to get married next month, and I have three awesome, awesome kids. They're the best. And so to get started, I'm going to talk to you about four ways to earn income. And it's called the cash flow quadrant. So the first way to most people earn their income is as an employee. You basically have a job. Your income is based on a position and not the person. For example, you go into a supermarket. You may have a cashier that is super excited about being there. All of their coworkers love them. They come early, they stay late if need be, and they're just a joy to be around. But then you have another employee who no one likes. They do just enough not to get fired. No one wants to go through their line. The customers can't stand that person. But guess what? The person that everyone loves and the person that everyone likes to hate are going to make the same amount of money. Why? Because it's based off of your position and not necessarily the person. And I hope you guys are getting that. And so some people get tired of being undervalued and they want to transition to being self-employed. So a lot of people, they like to say, I have a business, when a lot of times they basically just own a job. It's not necessarily a business, it's just they own a job. So these people are basically doctors, dentists, lawyers, hairstylists, real estate agents, salespeople. They basically trade time for money, or they trade a service for money. So a lot of times these people make more money than your average employee, but they don't have a lot of time. Why? Because the only time they make money is when they're trading their service for that money, when they're trading their time for that money. And so a lot of times you would see these people like doctors, they rarely take time off. Why? Because when they take time off, they're losing out on money. And I hope you guys are getting that. So it has been rough for a lot of self-employed people during COVID. Why? Because of the social distancing and people having to stay at home, they haven't been able to trade their service or their time for money. And so right now, a lot of self-employed people are playing catch up, or they had to go back to being an employee. So they're trying to move through the quadrant and they're trying to get to the place where they can become a true business owner, but now they have to backtrack because of COVID. And then when you look at the third part of the quadrant, business owner, business system, this person owns a system and has others working for them. So basically, in this part of the quadrant, you duplicate yourself through people, have them doing the work, and you get paid. They get paid and you get paid. And so the example that I love to use is McDonald's. When you go into McDonald's and your order is incorrect, you never ask to speak to the owner. You may ask to speak to the manager, you may ask to speak to another employee, but you never ask to speak to the owner. Why? Because the owner is not there. But who generates the most income when you think about a McDonald's? The owner does, simply because the owner has duplicated themselves through the manager, through the employees. They do all of the work, they get paid, but the owner gets paid the most. And so this person has unlimited income potential. Why? Because they can open up multiple locations and they enjoy freedom. Then you get to the point in the quadrant where you become an investor, where you have your money working for you. This person enjoys freedom and has the opportunity to achieve their dreams. This is true freedom. Why? Because your money is working for you. Now, when you think about a business system, you have to give people time to take a break. It's against the law to work people all day, every day. Okay. You have to give them some time to rest, to rejuvenate. They have to have vacation days, time off, right? But your money doesn't need that. Your money can work for you 24/7. When you get to the place where you're an investor, basically put you're generating income while you sleep. And that's the best income to generate. Income that you can't even see that's working for you. And again, you can do that via things like investments like the stock market, IRAs, mutual funds. You can invest into real estate. You can invest into a lot of different things. You can have your money working for you. And again, it will work for you 24/7. So when you think about the four quadrants on the right side, 95% of the cash flow is going to 5% of the population. And yes, you heard me correctly. 5% of the population is generating 95% of the cash flow and the cash that is generated. But then when you go on the left side of the quadrant, 95% of the population. So we're talking 600 and over 630 million people, right? And 95% of those people are fighting over 5% of the cash flow or the wealth that is generated in the United States. So when I sit down with people and I ask them and I show them this, which ways to earn income appeal to you most, everyone just about says business, being a business owner, having a business system, being an investor. So why aren't most people there? Because they don't know how to transition over to that side. Because in their mind, on the left side is security, on the right side is the unknown. And so it's hard for them to want to risk their security or their so-called security, because we know that jobs aren't secure as people think they are, but they don't want to risk it. And so what I'm here to tell you is this opportunity that I'm showing you now is a great way for you to be able to transition from the left side to the right side. So you're in the right place. This is the right opportunity, but you have to ask yourself, are you the right person? So what stops, again, people from making that transition? They just don't know how. And so I'm going to show you how today. And so when you think about the financial challenges that people face in America, nearly 8 in 10 workers report living paycheck to paycheck. So again, over 630 people, 80% of them are living paycheck to paycheck. And I hear it a lot where people say, if I just made a little bit more money, well, guess what? That's not necessarily going to help you if you don't understand how money works. Because I know people who make 50,000, people who make 100,000, people who make 200,000 plus that are one paycheck away from total disaster. Why? Because people are just broke on different levels. So it doesn't really matter how much money they make if they don't know how to handle or have a hold or a grip on the income that they have coming in. So again, nearly 80% of the population is living paycheck to paycheck. 60% of Americans have less than $1,000 in savings. So over half of the population, so over if it's 630, so over over 30 million, over 300 million people are actually they actually have less than $1,000 in savings. That is crazy to me. And so when you think about that, if you're a person and you're trying to transition to a place where you're not always penny pinching, you create a budget. And if you don't have that 2,000, that $3,000 cushions in your savings, what usually happens is life happens. Your alternator goes out, your starter goes out, you need a new tire, uh, doctor bill, whatever it is. And so what ends up happening is people end up pulling from their mortgage or their rent, or they end up pulling from their light bill, or any part of their budget that they had budgeted for something else. They have to now utilize those funds for life happening, right? And so it throws their budget off and it throws them right back into that place where now they're backpedaling again, living paycheck to paycheck when they're trying to get out. So it's always good to have more than $1,000. We always advise people to have at least a $2,000 cushion in their savings. The average U.S. household carries a credit card balance of $16,883. The average life insurance coverage gap is $500,000 per household. So simply put, if there is a family, I usually just say a family, for every family there is in the United States, they're missing at least $500,000 in coverage. What does that mean? In America, a lot of people aren't insured. And for those who are insured, they only have enough to get buried. So what that means is for the surviving spouse, they have to get 2 or 3 jobs. They have to do a whole bunch of different things to try to keep up with everything. And if they can't keep up with everything, they end up losing everything and having to move in with relatives. So I always say that when it comes to life insurance, we call it income replacement. You should have enough life insurance where the person that is depending on your income should live slightly above where they're currently living, right at where they're currently living, or slightly below. But it shouldn't be this whole thing where they have to get multiple jobs, sell everything, and move in with relatives. So again, the coverage gap right now is 500,000 for families. 45% of Americans say they have less than 25,000 in savings and investments put away for retirement. So what that means is most people, almost half, almost 300 million people are going to have to wow, okay, are going to have to work until they die. Do you guys hear that? Almost half of the population is going to have to work until they die, okay? And it's not because they don't have the opportunity to retire. It's just that what people do not understand is you have to start now. You cannot wait. If you wait, it's going to be too late. And I made that rhyme on purpose. If you wait, it's going to be too late. Okay, so if you're my age, I'm 33 or younger, or if you're close to my age, you need to get started now. You do not have time. Okay, and we can show you how to do that. So our mission is simple: to help families become properly protected, debt-free, and financially independent. So if you don't know, the name of our company is Primerica Financial Services. We're the leading provider of financial products to middle income families with 126,000 plus licensed representatives. We're listed on the New York Stock Exchange. We've been in business since 1977, and we have 5 million lives that we insure through our life insurance and more than 2 million investment clients. And so, again, right now I'm speaking to people on Zoom, I'm speaking to people on Instagram. If you're on Instagram and you want to see the slides, I have the link in my bio. You can check that out. But what I want to show you guys who are looking on Zoom is what Primerica has to offer. So when you look at this pinwheel, we actually do 401k plans for small businesses and big businesses. We do annuities, mutual funds, legal protection. So we help families to set up a living will. And you also have an attorney on retainer. So if you have a speeding ticket, if you have paperwork that needs to be looked over when you close on a home, they'll do that at no additional cost. We do long-term care. We do Vivint home security. So we set up home security systems. We actually do auto and home and renters insurance, and also commercial insurance. And what happens is we shop with 25 plus of the top rated companies, from Progressive to Century 21 to MetLife, and we just shop for you the best rate. So most families on average were able to save them anywhere between $40 to $60 a month just on their auto insurance, which is awesome. Actually, maybe 2 weeks ago, had a couple who switched from State Farm paying 130 to getting more coverage, paying $58 a month with Progressive. So awesome, awesome opportunity. And then we do life insurance. So when you look at this pinwheel, we work with all of these different companies. And I also wanted to throw out there, we also just signed a contract with Quicken Loans. So we also do mortgage lending as well. Now, right now, it has rolled out in 5 states, and it will soon roll out to all of the states. But we are doing mortgage lending as well. So when you look at all of these companies, these are the different companies that we're partnered with. Why? Because not one company has everything to meet every financial situation that is out there facing families in America today. So we partner with these companies so that way we'll always have something to offer everybody's financial situation. And also, when you look at a company, and I use this as an example, if you worked for Lincoln Financial, but AXA had the better annuity as a Lincoln rep, you're not going to say, hey, AXA has the better annuity, just go to AXA. No, you're going to try to sell them on your product. Why? Because you work for Lincoln and you want them to be your client. Well, with Primerica, we don't have to worry about that. If Lincoln has the better product for that client, then we'll set them up with Lincoln. If AXA has the better product for that client, then we'll set them up with AXA. If AIG has the better product for that client, then we'll set them up with AIG. But we can always sleep good at night knowing that we're doing the right things for our clients. And so the current reality is this: people are more lost financially than ever. When you think about banks, so when I ask clients, what do you think your money is doing when you leave it in the bank? Most people say it's just sitting there. No, when you leave money in the bank, they use your money to finance homes. They use your money to finance cars. They use your money to finance businesses, and they charge people 10%, 11%, 12%, 18% on your money, and then they turn around and give you 0.25, 0.75, and 1% if you're lucky. Okay. And I usually ask them, is that fair? They say no. So what we do is we show people how to bypass the banks, put their money in the same places the banks are putting their money, so that 10, that 11, that 12% comes back to you and your household. And then when you think about insurance companies, a lot of insurance companies are selling the wrong product. So with our company, one of the rules that we teach families is buy term and invest the difference. We believe you should have life insurance. We believe you should have an investment, but we do not believe they should be combined for a lot of different reasons. But the main reason that I like to share is, if you pass, your beneficiary cannot get the face amount and the savings portion. They will have to choose. Now, you're paying for both, which is crazy that you're paying for both, but they can't get both. So if you keep those things separate, they can get both. When you look at the other financial services companies that are out there, a lot of times they don't do what we do, which is educate our clients. They like to push products and tell you what you need. But what we like to do here at Primerica is we like to educate people. So regardless of if they go with us or if they go with another company, they can now make a more educated decision about their money, and know why they are doing what it is that they're doing. So again, Primerica has the answers. We have great technology that we can utilize and our clients can utilize as well. And again, we're partnered with a lot of different companies, so we have products that match every financial situation that is out there, basically. And so also what we do is what we call an F&A, and we call it a financial GPS. So the reason why a lot of young people wait to invest is because they don't even have an idea where they're trying to go. So what we do is we put a game plan together. We get the numbers from our clients and we show them where they are trying to get to and how to get there. Because if you don't know how, or if you don't know where you're going, then you have no idea of how to get there. And a lot of people really don't know where they are trying to get to, and we help them to figure that out. So when you look at a client and how we serve our clients, we have Bob and Susan Smith here as examples, 35 and 33 with two children. They had debt before Primerica, 165,000 in mortgage debt, 13,000 in credit card debt. They would have paid off in 58 years. We put them into one of our programs with Equifax, which is a debt stacking program. We actually helped them to pay off their mortgage 4 years sooner and save them 56,000 in interest payments. With their life insurance, again, we believe in buy term and invest the difference. So they had a whole life policy, 150,000 on Bob, 150,000 on Susan, no coverage on their children. And we do know, unfortunately, that kids sometimes pass, for a total coverage of $298. So we put them over into our term life insurance. We put 300,000 on Bob, 300,000 on Susan, 25,000 on their kids. And what's great about our insurance is, regardless of if you have one kid or if you have six kids, you pay one price and all of your kids are covered for $123 a month, which saved them $175. And we'll show you how they invested that difference. They had no will. We set them up with a living will. They were paying $243 a month for their auto and home insurance. We put them in a program for 165, which saved them $65. Bob and Susan had 20,000 in an IRA at the bank, earning 3%. They were putting $100 a month into this investment, and at age 67 they would have $116,000. They could not stay retired on that, and so we rolled that 20,000 over into an IRA sitting in one of our mutual funds. We increased the amount that they were investing to 300 because we found them savings in their life insurance and also in their auto insurance. And in an IRA at 9% at age 67, that would be over $1 million. And so almost 10 times the amount that they would have had previously. So usually when I'm sitting down with someone and I ask them, if you showed example A and B to 10 families, how many of the 10 would switch from A to B? I always say all of them. Why? Because this is not rocket science. If you can show a family how to get out of debt, if you can show them how to save money, if you can show them how to have financial independence when they retire, why wouldn't they switch? It only makes sense. And so that's how we help families. But what I want to do with this presentation is show you how our agents get paid, because a lot of you are paying attention right now and basically saying, show me the money. You guys want to see how we get paid for this part-time business opportunity. And so we get paid on all of the products we offer, but I'm going to show you right now how we get paid on life insurance. So when you think about life insurance, you come in as a new rep, you're in training. Only thing you have to do is set the appointment. As your field trainer, I'll do the presentation, I'll close the business, and you'll get paid. And for every 1,000 in premium you close with one recruit, you make $300. Again, we have a young guy named Michael who's already at 900. And so we're going to continue to help people to generate this awesome part-time income because it is needed right now more than ever. I live in North Carolina, so I know a lot of people in NC need an extra $900, $2,000, $1,000, $1,500 on top of what they're already making, if anything. But then I also realize that there are people across the country that need what it is that we offer. And so once you get fully licensed, once you get life licensed though, this is how it would look. If you came in, you got licensed, you would put 500,000 on the husband, 500,000 on the wife, 25,000 on the kids for $160 a month. Okay. Now, as a new rep, you would actually make $459.58 on that policy. Now, it only takes us an hour, 45 minutes to an hour and 20 to educate our client and do the application. So we're talking about an hour's worth of work. You're making $459.58. Okay. And that's as a new rep. And also in the beginning, you may still be uncomfortable doing the presentation. So again, if you set the appointment, even if you're licensed, I'll do the presentation, I'll close the business, and you'll still make your money. Okay. Now, in our business, you get promoted based off of the production you do monthly. So a senior rep on this policy would actually make $643.41. A district on this policy would actually make $919.16. So almost $1,000 in an hour. There's not many places you can do that legally. Okay. So the first 5 levels are all part-time. So we have a lot of people that come into our business that enjoy and love what they do. They love being teachers. They love being coaches. They love being social workers. They just may not make a lot of money. So this allows people to go on the vacations they want to go on, have the car that they want to have, live in the home that they want to live in, by basically doing what they love to do and doing this on a part-time basis. You set your own schedule, so you work when you want to work. Okay. And so we do have some people that come in who hate what they do. They do not like their bosses. They don't like their coworkers, and they want a career change. So what we do is we help these people to build enough clients, build enough agents, and they become what we call a regional vice president. And on this same policy, this person can make $2,000. Okay. So awesome, awesome income. So we get paid two ways in our business. We get paid a commission and we get paid an override. So the personal is basically showing you how you get paid personally, commission, and then the buy level is the override. So basically what an override is for the agents that you bring in, when they close business and get paid, you get paid as well. And this is how it works. So let's just say I bring in let's just say someone brings someone in and we sit down with a client. I'll do the presentation, I'll close the business. They'll make, if it's $160 a month, they'll make $459.58. But if you were the person who brought them in and you're a senior rep, you'll actually make $183.83 in override. And guess what? You wouldn't even be there. You would either be on your own appointments, you would be out with your family. If you have a family, you would be out with your dog. If you have a dog, you would get a notification that the person that you brought in closed business, they get paid and you get paid. And I always tell people you can have as many people doing that as you want. You can have 5 people doing that, 10 people doing that, 20 people doing that, 100 people doing that. It's all up to you and your ability to work and bring on new agents. Now, sometimes people ask me, do I have to recruit? And I always say no. You can generate an awesome income, as you can see, doing it on your own. But if you know people who are money motivated, go getters, looking for something part time to increase their income, why wouldn't you let them know about an awesome opportunity to be able to help people and get paid well to help people? Because there's a lot of jobs out there where you get paid for helping people, but I haven't seen many where you get paid very, very well to help people. A lot of times, the people business is usually the lowest paying business. Well, in this case, the more families you help, the more money you make. Okay. So, how do you get started? So, you have to be licensed with the government. So you have to get a state license for your life license and a federal license for your Series 6 and 63. So if you're already licensed, it doesn't cost you anything but $25 for your back office. But if you're not licensed, it's 124. Now, I always tell people before I came into this business, I actually was working on getting my license because again, I kind of felt like I didn't know a lot about financial services, and a lot of the people that I knew didn't know anything about it. So I was already transitioning towards getting my license. But I had paid 129 just for the class. I would have had to pay for my background check, for the application for the state exam, fingerprinting, all of that. That would have cost me anywhere between $350 to $400. And again, with us, it's 124. And not only do you get your life insurance license, but you get a Series 6 and 63 that allows you to be able to do 401k rollovers, IRAs, things of that nature. Those licenses can cost you anywhere between $900 to $1,500. And again, that's included in the 124. Now, I jokingly say this, but since Corona, we've been running what I like to call the coronavirus special, where you pay $74. Once you get your life license, we give you 75 back. Okay. And you heard me correctly. You pay 74, you get 75 back. So we're basically paying you $1 to come into our business and help families. So again, it's a great, great opportunity. Those licenses are yours, so you can keep them with you if for whatever reason you decide to move on, but those are your licenses. Those are not Primerica licenses. So when you look at the opportunity, this actually shows you what you have the potential to make. So as a district leader, you help 4 families, you can make 25 to 3,700. As a regional leader, you help 4 clients, your team helps 6 clients, you can make almost $7,000. As a RVP, and this is monthly, by the way, guys. As a RVP, that means you're running and operating your own office. You help 4 clients, your team helps 10 clients, you can make 17,000 plus a month. And as an SVP, that's basically a person who has helped 3 people open up their own office. You can make 34,000 plus. And people ask me, do you have to stop at 4 clients? No, you can help as many clients as you want to. I know RVPs who make well over 60,000. I know regional leaders that make over $10,000. You can work as little or as much as you want to. This is your business. You're independently contracted through the company. So you set your own schedule and you work at your own pace. So I have some people who are awesome that, go to work, as often as they can. But then I have some people that do stuff here and there. It's all up to you. So to end, I would like to talk about the 5 reasons why people get started with our firm. So the first reason is this: extra income. Again, like I said at the beginning of my presentation, there are some people who love what it is that they do. They love being a teacher. They love being a social worker. They love being a youth pastor, but they may not generate a lot of income. So they come into this business to make an extra $1,500, $2,000, $3,000. So we love those people. But then we have some people who do not like what they do and they want a career change. And so we help those people to build enough clients, bring on enough agents to where they can open and operate their own office. The third reason why people get involved is because they want to learn more about money. Again, K through 12, graduating with a bachelor's, there was nothing that was taught about money. Uh, the funny thing is, with my degree, I deal with that on and off throughout the day, but I'm always dealing with money all day, every day. But no one has actually sat down with me in a class and discussed the right ways to work with my money. So you can come in and learn about money and get a world-class financial education. The fourth reason people get involved is they love being entrepreneurs. They want to own and operate their own brokerage. They don't want a boss. They want to go and come as they please. And so again, this gives people the opportunity to become their own boss. And the fifth reason people get involved is helping people, making an impact in their communities. Again, I realized that a lot of people, a lot of my family members didn't know anything about money. And a lot of the people in my community have no clue or no idea about money. And so I just felt like this was a great opportunity to be able to share information that can help better my community and my family's lives. Okay. And so again, I am done. That's the end of my presentation. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys are really thinking about coming into this opportunity. Again, you're at the right place at the right time, but you have to ask yourself, am I the right person? And I'm here to tell you, you are the right person. Okay. And this is a great opportunity for you not only to generate an awesome part-time income, but for those of you who are trying to reach that 6-figure level, this is a great chance for you to be able to make over 120,000, over 200,000 a year. And we have some people who make that monthly. So it's all up to you and what you choose to do. Reach back out to the person who invited you. And if I am the reason why you're on this call, you can message me, you can text or call me, and I'll be happy to get you started. Let's go change lives. Let's go help families, and let's go make an awesome, awesome income for ourselves and our families. Coach, is there anything that you wanted to share before we hop off tonight?
Great job, Lorenzo. I really appreciate that. Just couple of things that I think is going to help some of the people who are on Facebook, Instagram, to learn something. When I started 32 years ago, making some extra part-time income was a luxury. So I wanted to buy I wanted to make more money because I wanted to buy a house. But today, making an extra income, frankly, is not a luxury anymore and is a necessity for most family. So what I saw 30 some odd years ago was something that was legal, moral, and ethical, and I could make a living in it. And today, I realize that it is more legal, ethical, and is actually a necessity for people to do that. And just a couple of things that has changed the whole the whole system that we have. One of them is the fact that people can come in today and, like what you said at the very beginning, start part time, and they can start from the beauty of their home, and they do not have to leave their house, and all the training is done virtually and online, and we provide all the training, and there is absolutely no licensing fee. We pay for everything. So all we need is the people that are motivated, and the good thing about that is because of the system and being a virtual system, you can expand your business, not just limited to the state of North Carolina or anywhere you live. You can actually have it all over the United States. So you can have an agency, you can have an agent that you can have in your business, and every time they help a great family, they get paid and you get paid. A couple of extra things that is really important to know is you have the ownership into your business. That means all your clients belong to you. So you're gonna have a residual income for the remaining part of your life, and you're going to pass that to your legacy, to your family, because you have the ownership. So what if some months you do not do anything? There is no quota. You're not going to be fired. You're not going to be bashed, and we respect your time. And lastly, which is so important, in a company of Pramerica, you get a paycheck every night, but Sunday night. So you have a pay cycle. Your money is going to be deposited. Every check that you get, every dollar of commission that you get is being deposited once a night in your bank account directly. So you do not even have to leave your house. Frankly, you can be in your house, order through your house, make your money in your house, helping people in your house, and the money is being deposited. And like what I said, the only night that we do not have is pay cycle is on Sunday night. So think about that, folks. I think last month, my wife and I and my two kids got 57 paychecks. 57. That means we got an average of almost two checks a day for being able to do that. And almost 99.9% of it came from override of a team of people like Lorenzo. Lorenzo, you're doing awesome, my man. Congratulations for everything that you do. You're helping people. You're building your business. Michael, you're just a hero, and keep on doing a great thing, and very proud of you, teammate, doing something incredible in US. And I'm done, buddy. Have a great night, everybody. God bless everybody. Thank you for being on.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you all for being on. And again, reach out to the person who invited you. And I hope you guys have an amazing evening.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach.